Hey everybody, day 17 of the 30-day challenge. I'm just going to do a quick update today. I don't really have any tips to drop. Yesterday I was bidding on this really good domain name, and I went pretty high for myself in bidding, but I guess I was just naive in thinking that it would go for a decent price because it ended up going for like 49,500, and it was just a domain name, no site, but it was a well-established domain name. It was actually a legitimate streaming service, so it had a good backlink profile. So I think I'm curious what the new owner is going to do with it. If I was able to get it for like my price, I was thinking I could get with like a ticketing affiliate program, because it was like a streaming service, right, for like live sessions. I think it was called sessionslive.com. But I would, if it were me, I was going to kind of like, if I could get that site, try to find a deal with a good ticketing affiliate program, and then build out some review content on like music instruments and things like that that would be related to, music. So that was like my idea, but it was way out of my price range for just a domain. The other thing I'm going to do is, I did find a couple others I'm bidding on. They're probably going to go out of my price range too, though. So I just have like a set limit I'll go to, and then I give up. But today, going to look at the update on the progress of the rank and rent. So we're still like positions like 18, 20, 23, and 53 for some reason. We were up in the first page for a while, but it kind of dropped down. I am seeing a little bit of positive momentum, so I'm going to let it go for a couple weeks probably and see if it makes a difference. And then we'll look at some of the parasites here. One of our parasites, this is my oldest one. It's showing some positive momentum. It's just off the first page, and then it's on second page for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words. But it's been there for a long time. It's on one of the parasites that kind of got clapped by Google. But I don't know if there's anything I should do with it or not. I'm trying to think about that. I got another parasite that is in 23. Let's see, another one of these ones I tried. Let's see, 23. Oh, here's another one. This one just never ranked, which is it's probably just the keyword I'm tracking. It's never going to rank for that keyword, but look at that. And then I have these free parasites. So let's see if any of them are doing decent. These are the ones I started during this whole challenge. Let's see. We have one. This one's in position 53, and this is one I built links to, so I don't know what's going on with that one. We have one in position 10, which is probably just on the front page. Position 15, but it moved up 4 positions, so that's good. One not found. Another one not found. So that means they're not in the top 100 if they're not found. And then our last parasite, our paid parasite, we're in like 34, 39, and 81. So we have some work to do on that one, but I might end up building some links to it. I'm not really sure yet. This is a different paid parasite that I've only really used once and didn't really see good results with it, but I wanted to try it again because this post I did was more on the topic that site tends to rank for. So we will take a look at that over the next couple weeks. Like I said, I don't know if I have any tips. Maybe I could do I only have a few minutes, but we can go and I can do a quick rundown of like some of the WordPress plugins I like. And I'll look at a couple of my sites just to remind myself. And then we'll go to this one. So like I had some people asking questions about plugins, and I figured maybe dropping a couple of these will be helpful. But let's see here. Trying to log in. Let's see. Okay, I'm logged in. So my kind of like go-to plugins are, I like to use GeneratePress. I use GeneratePress it's just a theme, but the plugin Generate Press Premium and then Generate Blocks, which are additional blocks for the block editor. I like a plugin called Instant Images. It's really good if you want to just grab a quick image from a free source and include it with your post. A lot of times now I'll do AI images because they're actually unique, but if you want to do something real quick, Instant Images was a really good option. I use Rank Logic for my SEO plugin, and I use the Pro version, which also means I install the Instant Indexing plugin, which will automatically submit your site to Bing and Google when changes are made. And I use Updraft a lot of times to do backups, Updraft Plus, but I use the free version. I just, I think I just stick them all in like the same folder on Google Drive or something like that. And I do use, depending on the site, I'll use WP Optimize, which can do caching and things like that. But often I'll just use Cloudflare to handle all of that. And then I like to use on some sites, depending on what I'm doing with the site. If it's an Amazon site, sometimes I'll use this Amalinks Pro plugin, which is designed to like go ahead and make pretty like affiliate boxes. Or sometimes I'll just make my own with the block editor. So maybe one day I'll show you the difference between those two. And then I do have the Cloudflare plugin because I'm using Cloudflare on this site. I have a plugin called Export All URLs. I use that to export all the URLs for the post, and then I can run them through things like my own indexing script, or I can check things out in like Google Search Console API, things like that. Sometimes I'll run them through I automated the process of like internal linking, where essentially I open up a browser and have a Python script go through the whole process. So the internal linking tools that I use are called Link Whisper is one that I probably use the most. And then the other one was called, I can't remember, Index C or Index Lee or something like that. So Link something. I'll try to figure out what it was called, but I think Link Whisperer is probably better, but it has a few bugs. Another plugin that I tend to use is Rank Logic, which is from the same makers as Link Whisperer, and basically it connects to your Google Search Console and gives you like a better display of like which posts are ranking for which keyword and like the up and down movement, and then like graphs it for you. And that's another one I like. And then we will take a look at another site just to see if I missed any. One plugin I've been using on some of these older sites that I've kind of like left for dead it was called Revive Press, but I've started using Revive.so, and Revive.so will basically runs on a schedule and updates your posts, which change the post publication date, which tends to trigger Google to either like recrawl or reindex it or send some more traffic to that page for some reason. The reason I like Revive.so, the premium version, is that it actually will rewrite some of the content using ChatGPT APIs. So you're not technically in violation of Google's policies because you haven't actually updated anything. You just changed the publication date. So it'll actually update it. It does it for you automatically, and you're going to be kosher with their policies. Another one I sometimes will use is Add Anchor Links, which just allows you to link to like a heading in an article. And then if I'm using an ad network like a Zoic, I'll have their plugin in. I've been using Forminator to do a lot of my like email forms lately, the free version, just because I just need a simple contact form, and it seems to work good for a free version. And then sometimes I use this tool called Inline Related Post. It'll stick links in between paragraphs to related posts, just for like some internal linking. But I think contextual internal links are probably stronger. So like where you're actually linking within the paragraph, and that gets done by Link Whisperer for me. I tried Microsoft Clarity on a few of these sites. It just gives you some more analytics and things like that, but I wouldn't. I mean, it's up to you. It's not necessary, but it's kind of cool to get a different view of your analytics. One of the funny metrics for that tool is called rage clicks. So you can see how many people have come to your site and just freaked out and like clicked all over the place because they were mad or something. So I found that kind of funny. And then I think that's probably about it. Let me check a couple more sites just to drop some more plugins. And we'll see what this one has. This is like probably the last one I'll look at. We will look at this. This one has that Linksy plugin for internal linking. And yeah, they're just competitors, Link Whisper and Linksy. Linksy UI is kind of a little bit prettier, but I found it to be a little buggy, and they're both like kind of weird from the UI standpoint, actually. But I think I'm leaning more towards Link Whisper at the moment. Then we have Amazon Watcher. It's a tool that kind of like checks all your links on your site to see if any of the products are expired or not available, let you know, and then you can go in and update those links. And then, yeah, pretty much all the same stuff. One tool I am not seeing, but I know I use quite often, depending on if I'm using the paid or free version of GeneratePress, is called WP Code Blocks, maybe. Let me see if I have it on this site here. It is called, come on. I forget what it's called. It's like WP code snippets, or I have to have it here somewhere. Anyway, it's a tool that allows you to quickly edit the header and footer code, so you can stick things in like analytics tags or tracking pixels or any kind of JavaScript you would want to stick in to like edit the page, and you can just do that easily. If you have a paid version of GeneratePress, you can just do what they call I think they call it a hook, where you just hook onto the header element or footer element. Yeah, that's what it is. It's called a hook, and it'll just insert it into the page at that point. So you don't really need a separate plugin for that if you have the paid version. But another one I see here that I do use sometimes is Google Sitekit. It allows you to connect to Google Analytics and Search Console and AdSense and automatically import those tags for your site, so you don't have to manually enter them. And then you get like a little dashboard that shows you, the stats and stuff like that. And then this one site I'm using a plugin called Ajax Load More, which will basically make it endless scrolling if somebody lands on the page. This is for like a visual niche, so I used it because people tend to just keep scrolling, and if they see more pictures, they'll just keep going and going and going. So they'll spend more time on my site if they have more content to view. And then I just have like a plugin called Webalizer Pin It, which allows you to pin those pictures to Pinterest. So I guess I ended up dropping some kind of tip today. Maybe it's helpful to somebody. I will be back tomorrow. Not sure what I'm going to talk about, but I will definitely have to be back for the next, 12 or 13 days, and then I'll hit my goal. So I'll see you tomorrow.